the summer of love.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Zane, and today, as you can see, I have reached 5.5k with I think 4 days remaining. Even though I have 4 days remaining, I'm not going to be pushing solely because I don't have the time. I actually have a lot of homework to be done, and yeah, so I'm not going to be pushing any further than this season. Maybe next season, if I'm free, I'll try to hit 5.8k. But yes, we did it with Expo. And any of you who have been following me, you know that I really like Expo, and this is one of my favorite decks to push, and I think this is the best free-to-play deck to play. Obviously, the Expo is the Epic and not the Mortar, which is a common, but the Expo is pretty different because even with 10% hit points remaining, it can do 1000 damage. 20% hit points, you can actually almost take a tower. So yeah, that is the thing. And the other cards in the deck is the Tesla, the Archers. All these are commons which you can level up pretty quick. The log is pretty independent of levels, other than the, you have to have a level 3 log unless a level 3 log, because you can't kill a max princess with a level 2 log. I do think you can kill a level 5 princess. I'm not really sure with a level 3 log, but yeah. But having log is pretty important. And Fireball or Rocket, basically I've switched to Fireballs because of the increase of the Hog, Mortar, Minion Horde deck. So I actually switched from my maxed Rocket to this. And the flex card in this deck, the flex card which you can change about, is the Skeletons. Obviously you can change the Knight for the Ice Golem for a faster cycle, but usually people have a higher level Knight than an Ice Golem, and you want to be using the Knight if you have a higher level Knight than the Ice Golem. And then there's the Skeletons, which you can replace with Fire Spirits, which I previously used to have, but I switched to the Skeletons because I wanted to practice my mechanical skills. And then you can also use Goblins if you want more DPS. Obviously the Skeleton provides better distractions and it provides a faster cycle. So hopping into the replays, I'm not going to be doing any live games. I am going to be doing live games on my mini account, where I'm almost at 5.2k, with a level 6 Expo and a level 9 Fireball. So that's pretty impressive, you have to say, even though I'm bragging a bit. But yeah, I'm going to be playing live games on that. So here we're up against Miner Bait. Obviously the Expo player has the advantage. So because he uses a miner, I know he's down so much elixir, so I use a Tesla, an offensive Tesla. You never want to do that to start off the first Expo, but I did it because he used the miner and I saw Goblin Barrel. So at most what he would have had was either a Tesla, an Inferno Tower, or a Rocket. Because he used a miner, I thought he doesn't have a Rocket or won't have the elixir to Rocket, so I used my Tesla. So here now, this is a game-ending push, because after you've gotten this much damage, you can obviously just play defensive Expo and cycle Fireballs. If I had a max Fireball, Fireball cycle would have been a legit play to make. But here I know his deck, and see if he uses a Minion Horde and the Skeletons. Well, this is why the Tesla is so important in this deck. With a little HP, the Tesla, with the help of the Skeletons, takes out the Minion Horde. And please make sure to upgrade the Tesla, because that is the most important card in the deck aside from the Expo, because the Tesla will help you defend versus giants, golems. You can actually win versus golems pretty, not convincingly, but it depends on the player. If he's a good player, you obviously want to draw it. If he's a bad player, you are going to win it. So here I do a bit of a mistake, I take some damage, but because I've already taken a tower, I did not feel the need to push anymore. So what I did was I just played a defensive Expo, and you have to do this when you're up a tower and you don't want to be risking it. Just play it safe. Obviously, if he's running something like Golem or Giant, please pressure the opposite lane, because if build a huge push, you can't stop it. You don't have the Inferno Tower. Again, I'm going to show you versus Three Musketeers, which obviously is a match favored. Obviously, you have the favor. You have the match in your favor. Can't talk today. Sorry. So yeah, with Expo and with any ladder deck, on ladder you have to be playing safe and very slow at the beginning because you don't know what the opponent is playing. So here, I saw Elixir Pump. I fireballed it, even though actually it's a -1 trade for me because my fireball is level 10 and his pump is level 11, so I do not deny the pump completely. So to make up for this, I have to do great defenses, like positive. I have to make positive elixir trades, OJ every day. So here you see the Tesla and the archers, and the ice spray was a waste, to be honest, because it only hit 1 minion. But I had to sacrifice a knight. That was an overcommitment. See, because I had to sacrifice a knight, I have a -3 disadvantage, and he ignores the archers, so he is at a +6, including the pump. He's at a +6 elixir. So yeah, how does obviously you want to play this matchup, just fireball the pumps, and then use a defensive expo to counter one of his pushes, and then counter push with another expo while the defending expo is actually helping out the offensive expo, if that makes sense. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. So here we're even in elixir. After that +6 disadvantage, we are now even almost, and now he gives me a positive elixir trade. That is 2 for 3, and I have a knight on the board, and he makes the mistake of pumping up. As soon as I see the pump, yeah, and now I can just use a Tesla. I can fireball it, but it's not worth fireballing. It's better to just use your Tesla and archers and knight to counter it, because those units are actually going to counter push. So he has to commit more elixir to defending it. So here I'm just cycling and defending with these skeletons. See, I'm still down elixir, I'm still down on tower damage, but I still managed to win it. How? Because he pumps up. I use the expo. I know he has the minion hood in hand, so the Tesla comes in clutch. Use the fireball finally, and now just the ice spirit, you see, was very key, because if he had used Three Musketeers right there, obviously I can't see my fingers, but right there, the ice spirit would have jumped and froze all the Three Musketeers, and that would have given me enough time to cycle back to another fireball. And then when they are at 600 hit points or 500, depending on your levels, you can obviously sorry, I lost my train of... Okay, you can actually spell cycle. Now we're going to show you a match versus a maxed deck, completely maxed, level 13 with level 5 Royal Ghost, a level 5 E-Wiz, a level 5 Mega Knight, and yeah, I do win it because he's not a good player. Clearly money isn't everything. So here, using Royal Ghost at the bridge, I just use my knight, and yeah, because it's the beginning of a match, I'm not really sure what he's using. So he could be using a giant, golem, anything. So I'm just playing it slow. I used the Tesla because I had a hand of Log Expo and I think Tesla Fireball. So it was better to just drop down a Tesla and cycle. The best part of this deck is, even if he, other than the hog, if he had any other troops, like the hog, the giant, the golem, this deck cycled so fast that I could have gone back to another Tesla. Obviously, with if you see a hook rider, the best play to make is, if you don't have the Tesla, just use an Ice Spirit and Knight, or Ice Spirit Skeletons if he doesn't have a zap, to kill the hog as fast as you can. You're obviously going to take a hit with Ice Spirit and Knight, and maybe 2 with Ice Spirit and Archers. but it's worth it. And now I have a knight and an archer counter pushing, and I use my expo. He doesn't have the elixir to drop a Mega Knight or the elixir to poison me, and I just get a ton of damage. So here I think I make a bit of a misplay. I should have surrounded the Mega Knight, but it was all good. And the ice spray was enough. I just had to use my archers to pull and kill. See that my archers don't even die. This archer is gonna, if left alone, would have done 200 damage at least. And now this expo is a bit of a, yeah, I should have placed it at the right like previously. The thing is, with expo, when playing defensive expo, you should be playing your expo near the right hand side tower if the opponent is pushing the left hand side. Why? Because you don't want to give them poison value or lightning value. Obviously, if you clump them together, you give them lightning value. See, this is the placement. He cannot poison the tower and the expo at the same time. See, he poisons it. That was a good play on his part, to be honest. But now I can just spell cycle. I have the advantage by spell cycling, and yeah, GG. So there's a clear trend in every game. I'm not very aggressive with expo. Expo is very defensive. You only need one breakthrough and you're done. You can just defend. I'm gonna show versus golem before hopping into my other account and doing live games on that. So yeah, obviously giant. Okay, the hardest matchup with expo is not golem, it's actually giant. Because giant is a cheaper tank, they always have it in cycle. And you cannot outcycle it usually. Even when you do, most giant decks have a ranged unit like musketeer, on ladder musketeer, and E-Wiz or other stuff, and you can't actually break through. And on ladder, some people just run straight off weird decks, like giant bowler on ladder is the hardest matchup for expo. So anyways, starting off this match, I'm obviously playing slow, trying to figure out what he's using. So he uses a goblin hub. I have to use a defensive expo because it's worth it, because that is 5 for 6 and the expo stays on the field. Obviously it doesn't give me any offensive capabilities, and this skeleton was a mistake, I think. Yeah, the skeleton should have been behind the ice spray. Behind the ice spray, but yeah, it did make sense. So I did have to cycle. So because he uses a golem, my expo pulls and protect the, like, you know how you protect the princess, you're supposed to protect the Tesla, because when the units are attacking the Tesla, when the unit are attacking the knight, the Tesla dishes out high damage. And this placement, it's going to target the goblin hub and then the tower, and he actually just, I don't know why, maybe it was lag, but I'm not sure. He just uses a golem and then he zaps. I remove the ice spray, so that is more damage. He still hasn't zapped. Now he figures out he has to zap. He still doesn't. And the same thing. And the ice spray was meant to actually freeze the Mega Knight, but he uses a goblin herd. The ice spray just freezes. That is why I did not tell you to replace the ice spray, because the ice spray is really important in this deck. While defending balloons. And yeah, another hard matchup is balloon cycle, because if you don't have the Tesla in your hand, in your rotation, you're gonna have a very hard time. And with heavy decks, you can actually afford to cycle archers, like stack up archers and dish out damage, especially when they are running lightning or rocket. You can just cycle archers at the back, keep cycling archers and make an archer army. Here so far I just have to defend, log cycle, spell cycle. See, I'm just defending. I'm gonna use my skeletons, my ice spirit, my archers again, because if he poisons one archer, I can just get another set of archers right up. And Tesla, Knight. See, the Tesla, nothing is targeting the Tesla. This Tesla lives, and I can just cycle Knights, archers, and I'm just back to another Fireball. Fireball does 260 something for me, 65 I think. I really don't know. I used to have the previous numbers memorized, but after the spell nerf, yeah, my brain's fried. Anyways, we're gonna hop into my other account, mini account, and we're gonna do a live game. Back on my mini account, and this is the deck I've been using on my mini account. This is the same deck. Obviously, I have the goblins because I have the goblins maxed, and the skeletons and ice spirit are not maxed. So just use your highest level card. Obviously, if you do have the inferno tower or the ice golem a higher level, you use that. If you don't have a higher level goblins or such, and you have a higher level mega minion, you could use mega minion instead of the goblins. But the other cards are very important. I think Tesla should be a mandatory in any expo deck, unless you're running the tornado variation. But yeah, so I have the level 6 expo, I have a level 9 fireball, and I'm sitting at 5.1k. We're facing these max players with level 11 fireball hog. Obviously, not everyone is maxed. This guy is running level 7 epics. This guy is running level max rare, max hook rider. Logway is pretty easy. We won versus minor mortar as well, and yeah. So let's just hop into a live game. Hopefully we do win it. If I don't, well, everyone loses. So yeah, good luck. This is the type of players I really hate. Starting off matches with the hook rider. Like, imagine me having a Mega Knight and this guy is just screwed. These players aren't good at this game. They're just good because they have a very good sense of offense. That's it. And I am gonna go with a Expo because he doesn't have the hook rider in hand. He doesn't have the knight in hand as well. So in case, okay, so my Expo locks on, and I'm just gonna be using my fireball right here. I'm gonna lock this. Yeah, that lone archer is gonna do some work. Ice Spirit plus Skeleton is gonna kill it. He can't zap it, he can't log it. That's a +1 trade for me. He has to log it. That is more elixir for me. So now I know he's got the knight in hand. He's got, let's just go back. He's got hook rider. He's got fire spirits. He's also got the knight. He's got barbarians. He's got the musketeer. He's got the log. So that is 6 cards, I think. I assume he also has a spell like fireball, maybe minion horde as well. If he uses musketeer, I'm gonna fireball it. So there it is. And I'm not gonna be supporting this expo any longer. Basically, I'm gonna take that damage. Okay, see, this guy's got a very good sense of card rotation, and which is why he's winning matches, obviously. Now I finally have the Tesla in hand for his hook rider. I have to be very wary of where I place my archers. I'm gonna log. I'm gonna use my Expo right here because I don't want him to fireball my tower. He might use a musketeer. Yeah, so if he uses a hook rider, he is gonna have, yeah, he was gonna get a lot of damage. I think he just uses fireball, to be honest. So now it's time for an offensive Tesla. He's also got the rocket. Well played. Why do you have a rocket in your deck? You might change lanes, to be honest. And why am I saying to be honest for a lot of times? I don't know. Okay, he just cycled his fireball for no reason. I want to use my goblins, but he's also got the log, so it's hard for me to justify using my goblins. I think he's just gonna rocket this. Might log this. What I have to do is, yeah, I have to use my archers and my dual Teslas. He might rocket this. Yeah, this is game. He's got the rocket. If he did not have the rocket, I would have already won. But unfortunately, some people just run shit like this. And yeah, that is why you're not supposed to be aggressive on ladder, because people can run anything they want. If you did not have a rocket, we wouldn't have anything for my expo. So do I want to do another live game? Well, he was max, so yeah, let's just do another one, final one. If it's a draw, if it's a loss, I'm gonna have to end it. So no from in the live French or France, I think. And yeah, so splitting archers at the back is the best play to make. Uses goblins. I'm gonna wait for him to commit something else like the hook rider, else I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna use my expo because I'm up elixir. He's got the golem. Good to know he's got a golem. Obviously I did not want to do that kind of stuff. And this might be a pretty hard game. So versus a golem, the key part to winning the match is your archers. If you can utilize your archers to defend his night witches, you're gonna win. If you can't, you're gonna lose, because the archers are very easily taken out. Oh my god. So yeah, tough times out here. He's got the Mega Knight, he's got the golem, and I don't have a good play right now. So if he uses a golem, I have to go with knight plus goblins, because I don't think he's got a log. If he has a log, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. So play your golem. He uses a golem. He's got the night witch in hand, but my main goal is to just separate. He's got the minions, but that is a lot of damage for us. Yep. And I'm gonna ignore the minions. And again, like I've said, you have to utilize your archers very well. And now I have to utilize my goblins, the Tesla. Again, my archers, because that one bar is doing a lot of work. He's got the Mega Knight, but again the same thing. This time I'm not sure if I want to use, but I'm gonna use my goblins anyways. He might use his Mega Knight. No problem, no bueno. So the key way to win this, again, I'm gonna have to use my fireball. I'm gonna have to log. Now I just have to fireball cycle. Cycle one fireball. Okay, this is not going to work out, because I actually need 2 fireballs to win. And I have to use my knight. I might even have to fireball this. If I had more time and a higher level fireball, I would have won. But yeah, that was a pretty hard game. Good game. As you can see, you can defend and draw versus any kind of matchup. That is an advantage because if the matchup is not in your favor, just play for the draw and win. And hopefully you get a better matchup next time and win it. So guys, I hope you like my Expo videos. Like, comment and share, because I am putting in a lot of work for these videos, so maybe I deserve a bit of I don't know, I really don't know. Anyways, I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, comment them down below. You can contact me on Twitter, it's right there. And yeah, I hope you liked it. Take care guys, goodbye.